Okay. Hey folks, there we go. It's quiz time. Let's get this party started. How you all doing? So what do we got? Oh, it's going to be too many names to call out here. Woodsy, sorry, the first one off the line. Woodsy, C. Parsons, Andy Duncan, Big Joe, Sam Beck. Wow, early doors. Oh, blimey, easy, son. Kate Tarpley, Young Joe, Scott, Kay and Scott, of course. Mark Appleby, Davis Door. Just to let you folks know that we have no less than... Whoa, why am I hearing myself there? Why am I hearing myself there? No. Okay, well, that's a little bit weird. People hear that? Let me just let me bring up the okay, folks, just to let you know that we have no fewer than wrong page, switch account, put it on that one, put it on that one. And we are there. Okay, welcome everybody. Oh, come on now. Bring up Diesel 1313, Karen Corcoran, Daniel Hill. We have questions tonight, folks, from pilots, legitimate quality pilots. We've got one from Training Captain James Shepherd. We also have a question from American Airlines A330 pilot Rich Taub. Wishing you all the best, Rich. Of course, issues out there with the aircraft that he flies, the A330-300, being put aside at the moment, being stored indefinitely. So it's obviously big questions looming over that one at the moment. We wish you all the very best. Captain Dave Woolsworth. A lot of people know Dave Woolsworth, ambassador for for British Airways on Twitter. Great guy. Captain James Edgington, 777-200 and 300 captain there with British Airways. And of course, right at the end we have a final question coming in from Captain Scott Bateman, A350 pilot as well as a 747 pilot. Scott Bateman at one point on one of our videos leading out one of the 747s on retirement, literally parked up right next to him, waving him goodbye. So good. Hopefully all those guys are in the club tonight, and great to see you all in, and thank you so much for your questions, very much appreciated. Got some great questions lined up tonight, 30 in total, 60 seconds on each question, and great to see so many people getting involved already. 105 people. We're only 7 minutes or so into the quiz in terms of the warm-up. Plane going out, that's upset. Oh, I'd love to wheel it out there and show you, but I can't. Oh, is it Middle East Airlines A330? Oh, that's a shame, man. With a bird of prey circling above, which would have been good. We always miss the good ones, didn't we? But anyway, there we go. Good to see so many people getting involved, and thank you, folks. Really appreciate all your support throughout the weeks that we've been here. We are, of course, on day 45, Big Jet TV's lockdown shows. And hope you all enjoyed the show with the military planes today. Got another show lined up for you, which is also linked into VE Day as well. I don't know if that's going to get up tonight, folks, but we might run it tomorrow morning. But we do have a really nice, relaxing air show for you coming up on Sunday, which you can really put your feet up. If you can, grab a bag of playing sand, play pit sand, or whatever it is, the really fine stuff. Go and grab a bag of that. I'm only joking, of course. And get yourself some deck chairs, some what are they called, hankies on your head, you know, with the knots at the sides and all that sort of thing. But yeah, enjoy that. And of course, Buzz B, Chris 777, Harrison Asiana's in the house just then, Simon Webb, Ian Edwards Pirate, Jet 2 EGCC, Emmy and Tony, Harrison Fencer, Matty Tate Frost, Les Tankard, Nigel, Dr. Cliff. Is that Dr. There's Dr. Cliff. There is the doctor in the house. He's hoping he's going to do better this week. He's an official, proper, legit doctor, folks. Great to see you here, my friend. 16C is here as well. Now you can also press the arrow. Does that bring me up more players or something like that? No, I'm not touching anything. Daniel Hill, good day to you. Kaylee Seymour, good luck to everyone. Keith Cornell, Kerry Fino, Paul Skilling, Big Joe, #1 Treadsman. Good evening, everyone. Emmy Roulard and everybody joining the quiz tonight. Hope you're well. Music that we're playing out is from YouTube, folks. Emmy Roulard, same every week. 7 o'clock start, 6:30 start, 7 o'clock quiz starts every week, exactly the same. Write it in your diary or do whatever you have to do to remember that. Mark Appleby, good day to you. Simon Webb, good day to everybody watching right now. Kick it up a notch. Yeah, there we go. Karina Andrea, Lel Aviation, Mark Alams, Paul Keys, good evening to you. Big Joe #Treadsman. Let's just go to Facebook right now. Okay. Sam Beck, loving the music. K Tarpley, good day to you, Kay. See you and Scotty up there. Paul Hodgson, LCY, good evening to you, my friend. Hope you're well, Hodgie. Of course, Hodgie making an announcement today that they are building the taxiway, a new taxiway at London City, which will basically mean more traffic as far as I can see, because currently what the systems that you use is they use the runway as the taxiway, so, and they have to obviously hold aircraft have to taxi up, do a 180, and then out they go. But hopefully with the new taxiway, it means that they'll just be able to bring them up, take them out, bring them up, take them out, without all that palaver on the runway. So anyway, good for that. Thank you for that information. Interesting stuff coming out from Airbus. Got an update from them, but the interesting thing right at the end of it, I won't bore you with all of the updates, but Airbus backlog of aircraft remaining to be delivered as of the 30th of April stood at 7,645. That's the kind of standard figure. Read all about it. That's the standard figure, folks, for Airbus and Boeing. You know, they're big numbers. That's nothing to do with CV. Comprise 6,217 A320 family aircraft, 529 A220s, 322 A330s, 500, they'll be Neos by the way, 568 A350 XWBs, and get this, 9 A380s. I thought they delivered their last one, but maybe it's on the box, or even on the books. Kick it up, son. Okay, let's just say hello to a few people here. Flipping heck, what's going on there? Chris Pym, Jane Alder, Lynn Keeble, Matt Truland, Lee Cottrell, Chris Butty and Edgar Rubicek. Of course, quite a few people are going to be playing the quiz. A lot of people are going to be watching the quiz. If you want to join the quiz, all you need to do is scan the QR code that's come up on your device, or you can click on the link, whichever way you want to do it, and you can just hit that with join the quiz. Basically, put your name in there, make it nice and easy if you can, so I can read it out. We'll be reading out the top 10 every 5 questions. There's the leaderboard, and let's hope we can. Let's just have a little look here. Quiz. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do quickly. Might be able to do this. Cool. Mazu Bay is watching. Good day to you, Mazu. Matt Truland, Tim Drury. Good evening to Matt Morland and the fellas and girls, the girls and boys at Cargo Logic, all the folks at Volga Dnieper as well, and all you folks, great to speak to you this week. AP1, Paul MK, Alaska Airlines 17, loving the music, Daniel Hill. By the way, folks, all this music is available. If you're a creator, it's available for you to download free of charge and use on your videos. That's why I don't go through all the rigmarole of licensing music and all that, because I use stuff from the YouTube creator library. There we go. Haggis Farts Place. Hello. Helen O'Keefe. Good day to you. Jane Alder. And good evening to all the folks playing. 143 people joining up on the... you need to join as quickly as possible. XCDDI. Ian Edwards. Good day to you. Just Den's in the house. Antonio. Nigel. Jon Morton. Paul Skilling is right there. BTCH. Angie. Neil Tucker. Davis Dorr. Young Joe, and all the other ones joining right there. I can't increase that, Julie. I can't increase it. TCC's in the house, of course. The list of no, okay, all right, fair enough. So yeah, great week this week on Big Jet TV, folks. Thanks a lot for all your patience as well. Hopefully we might see things changing in the near future. To be honest with you, I've seen quite a few plane spotters out there taking pictures, which is quite surprising. So we'll have to see how things pan out in the future, and hopefully in the near future. We've got a few things planned, and we're of course going to do what we can to bring you as much cool live aviation. Back 21, London Heathrow, Antonio, Andy T. G'day to you. Nigel, we've already called out Jet 2 EGCC. G. XCDDI, Sparkless, Davis Core, Mark Appleby, Buzz B is in the house. Emmy and Tony are here. Scott Feltham, and of course, let me just have a look here. Why didn't that print? Let's just see if I can print that out. Kevin Carter, good evening to you. Mark Appleby. Come on, son, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Matty Tate Frost, non-alcoholic beer, by the way, folks. Good evening to you, Dan. So, week one was won by Sam Beck. Top three for week one: Sam Beck, Dane Grayson, and Darren O'Neill. Week two: Rick Van Nort, GBYGF. Where's he this week? Tommy Ernst. Tommy Ernst won week three. Matty Tate Frost and GBYGF there in third place. Week four: Planes for Life to 2,514 points. Planes for Life getting Ian Cumming and Odette Stevens right there for week four. And of course, this week we will be keeping tabs on what's going on there as well. So I will obviously be writing them down on here, keeping track of all of that as well. We'll jump to a little bit more music in the morning. Is Charchie Cam up and running yet? Mark Smith asking. Nothing yet. I don't know where he is. I think he's out mouse hunting or something like that. But good evening to you, Dan. Whoa, what's going on there, Jilly? Why did it just come up? Question one of blah blah. Kerry Fino. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. Nick McNair, Paul MK, Jane Alder. Okay, let's. We're back to that. That's good. Davis Dorr. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a great week, by the way, and happy VE Day wherever you are in the world. Of course, all our friends down in Australia, New Zealand, over there in Canada, in the United States as well, all part of VE Victory in Europe Day, of course, when it was all announced. And you know what a great day that was for everybody. It's going to be a bit like that when we all get back to our normal thing. Let's just have a look at here. Let's go to 3 minutes and see what we've got on a 3-minute vibe tracks. So basically, I've selected 3 minutes to 3 minutes 30, and we've got quite a lot up there. So let's just try this one. Oh dear. Okay. Book me. Okay, here we go. Some of them are a little bit dodged, but you know, you work your way through them. Registration GZBLA, that's 787-10 SC430 saying. What are we talking about? Bang the keyboard. No more banging the keyboard, folks. The keyboard banging implement is over there. What, this one? Is it? Oh, that's because it's travelling through and hitting the mic. That's why, because it's like that. Okay. No Simon Webb, the first question hasn't gone, my friend. Don't worry about it. That was just a little bit of a glitch there. Don't forget we're live, folks, and also we're dealing with something that can be a little bit temperamental. So just be patient with us. We'd really appreciate that as well. Andy Gibson, good evening to you. Kerry Fino. Paul Hodgson, Daniel Hill, Odette is here, of course. And we've got 175 people watching right now. Oh, okay. No, it's happened again, Jilly. Okay. Okay, don't answer the question, folks. Don't answer the question. We're trying to reset everything. If it runs on, GP. It's not a problem. It's fine. Simon Webb, good day to you. Keith Cornell is in the house. And welcome everybody. Yeah, so what did we have this week? Day 43, what are we running back to? We are running back to a week today, which would be last Friday, which would be day 37. Look, and then put day 45 on there, yeah. So we've run through, come on, who pulled me chair out? So 37. So on day 37, Storm Freya we had from the Paddock and the Renaissance. Day 38, morning arrivals from London Heathrow. I think that's the one where the chap who wanted to get the footage of him landing in his 747. That might be the one that I need to grab. Chicago departures from 10 Center. That was on day 38. And on day 39, the ANZ final flight out of London Heathrow from March the 21st. What a sad day that was indeed. The Birmingham edit premiere that we did together, if you remember, all of the members, we did it together. Madrid, 1 hour and 20 of Madrid, members only. That was part 2. Day 40 was shorts, where we basically jumped in together and looked at some of the short videos that we put out to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and so on and so forth. San Francisco part 1 was day 41. That was from the Bay Area. Beautiful place to visit if you ever get out there to San Francisco, folks. Day 42. There we go. What was that? Aer Lingus and G. Oh right, okay. Oh yes, that was it. Day 42 was the morning we woke up to hear that about the full flight from Belfast to London Heathrow that was Ramo with. A little bit of soft. So yeah, Christmas Day, we got 2 shows from Christmas Day on day 42. Day 43, we're up to day 45 now. Part 1 we had London Heathrow departures, 27 right departures as well. So a lot of these videos that we're playing out, folks, a lot of stuff that members have not yet seen, which is pretty cool because they're getting the opportunity to see it and also get to see what it's like to be a member when things are all back to normal. But again, I cannot thank our members enough for your continued support, guys and girls. Day 43. We did Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg. Remember that, folks? How fantastic was that? And day 44 yesterday, Lewis Hamilton's day, sunny day at the Paddock. Remember that? 2,181 views on that particular show pre yesterday's play out. And a little note here about Lufthansa Technik converting the 380s to freighters. Oh, there's the Turkish 777 going out. Yeah, okay. Part 2, Lima Kilo retirement, Boeing 747 from London Heathrow 27 right, the Renaissance. And then today, day 45, we played out the military planes TV, which was just in respect to all our veterans around the world, of course, not just here in the UK, but veterans around the world. And on this particular piece that I've edited today, a lot of people would have seen it, but quite a few people may not have seen it. But a wonderful chap who started up a Rolls-Royce Merlin 22 at Wings Museum, pilot, Halifax pilot from the Second World War, from 76 Squadron, also flew with a Mosquito Squadron as well. Can you believe that? Insane. The Mosquito has such a small cockpit, and we will at some point, folks, we will be up to film the Mosquito at where Just Jane is parked up as well. That's something that we're going to be planning in the future. Lots of things that we're planning on doing. Got something planned for possibly doing a tour around the UK as well, to all the cool museums and places that we can all look at. Come on, mate, we need to get going on this, son. How far are we, Jilly? We've got 212 people. You are more than welcome, folks. Great to see you all here. Like I said, if you've just joined, we've got 4 pilots questions. Is it 4? I think it's 4, isn't it? Or is it 5? I can't remember. I think it's 5, or 4 or 5. But we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be. Are you still there, Jilly? Did I just cut you off? Or? Okay, you're there, right? Okay. Got everything here. 5 pilots, folks. Yes, of course, yeah. 2 Jameses, yeah. Rich, Dave, and of course Scott. So yeah, 218 people. Did I just see Stephen NCL 150, Spam Force 1, Corey Roundsfell, Nick Back 21, Raf, Chris, Jane Alder, Blade 929. Remember Blade 929, EK 404, Buzz B. I love Big Jet TV. Dick, so do I. Tom Smith, Bill M, Justin, Davis Dorr, Chris Scappy, Nigel Linfitt, Scott Feltham's in the house. He's not from Feltham. Charchie the cat. I knew he was somewhere. Okay, so there we go. Charchie the cat. Haggy, I can win. Hey, there we go. Keith Coventry, Frankie Runes, Ghost Customs, Harrison Fenson, Bulldog 617, of course, Mike up there in the north, Les Tankard, Tommy, N-Team GT, Radar, like that, Radar, Kitten 12, LSA EGTK. We're getting near the time now. I'm seeing 1856. Great year, great wine, great flavour. Kerry Fino, Jose is in the house as well, of course. Lynn Keeble, good day to you. If you're on any of the channels, then come in and say hello. I'll be reading out as many comments as I can as well, folks, but obviously we've got quite a lot to sort of like do here. That happened on there, that's good. Okay, Barry M, Simon Webb, D Ruckford, good afternoon, Tom Smith, Lucia Emetista, and Tommy, good day to you. Nick, alcohol-free beer, folks. By the way, honestly, I know I say this every week, it gets a bit boring, but alcohol-free beer is the best way to go, man. This stuff tastes great. It's got that beer taste, but just don't get drunk. Drink as much as you like, and it's sensible as well. You can go out, get in the van, drive off if you want. I think it's got, it's 0 alcohol. But there we go. Nikki and Neil, Paul Maskell, good day to you. Paul Ruckford, Barry M, Benjamin and Georgina, good day to you. Corey Rounsfeld, Lel Aviation, Universal Exports, LSL, Harrison Fenson, Keith Coventry. I've read a few of these ones out. Welcome to everybody. We're getting near the time now. 245 people. Let's bring it up to the 250 mark. 6:57. We're ready to go. Jazzy John, Simon Webb. Good question, Simon. And interesting, probably about 1,000 because he's got them on his feet, on his legs, hasn't he, or something like that. Angela Cooper, Jackie B, good evening to you. Michael K, Scott and K, Jazzy John, Laura Ribbons. I had alcohol-free Prosecco today. Fantastic. Ross Kennedy, Ruddergate. Brilliant. Yeah, of course, last week's questions, can a plane fly without a rudder? What I really meant to say was a tail, but then there is still the argument because the Japan Airline 747 flew for a specific amount of time without a rudder, although it depends, I think, on what altitude you're at as well, because you need airflow for the rudder to be effective, but of course, you know, anyway, we won't talk about that. Angela Cooper, Victor Tilson, good luck everyone. Giving a shout out to everyone, and thank you Jilly, by the way, folks. I don't say it enough, but thank Jilly for her. She's basically controlling this whole panel here, folks. So thank you so much, Jilly. We really appreciate all of your hard work. Lee Cottrell, good day to you. Wow, look at this. Facebook's gone mad. Emma Funnell, Trish Peters. Thank you, Trish, and welcome back. Really appreciate your time. Be great if you can help out. That's it's wonderful for you to see, for us to see you there. And of course, we will read out the top 5 of every the top 10, sorry, at the end of every 5 questions. Just a reminder: Sam Beck winning week 1, Rick Van Nort winning week 2, Tommy Ernst winning week 3. Where is he? Planes for Life won week 4. Is Tommy? Is here? Is he? Oh, is he? Okay, so Tommy's in the house. He's ready to go. Paul MK, kudos to Jilly and Trish. Tommy Ernst, thanks. Hashtag thanks Jilly. Yeah, Jilly, folks. Jilly is the foundation's. Seriously, guys, and a solid mix of cement she is as well. Concrete, I'd say concrete. You need a proper flipping hardcore angle grinder to get through Jilly. But one more track and we'll make this happen. It's 7 p.m, folks, nearly time to go. James O'Brien, we've got all the people on Facebook, on YouTube, we've got all the people up there, Nikki and Neil and Barry M and Ruckford, the Ruckford Files, and of course the questions that are coming from the pilots as well, folks. I've got some explanations here as well as that I've got all of these tabs open. Every single, well, not every single question, but some of the questions I'll be answering and showing you on the screen there. Not that you can really see it that well, to be honest with you. But are they seeing that screen, Jilly? Are they seeing that screen? Okay, so if I drag this screen into there, do they see it like that? Sorry, excuse me. Okay, yeah, okay. No! You stupid boy. But there we go, yeah. Yeah, no answers on chat, please. Paul Skilling, good point. Please do not answer on chat, folks. Matthew Watts, beer, Big Jet TV, bliss. Palmet, good evening to you. Jazzy John, Jorn Morton, Angela Cooper, Jorn Morton giving a shout out to Jilly. Hit those likes, Jazzy John saying thank you very much indeed, folks. Yeah, do hit the likes if you want, if you feel like it. Of course, if you're a hater, make sure you put a thumbs down and just keep doing that because you're sad. Yeah, do one, son. Blade and woman as well, you nasty piece of work. You know you are as well, you nasty little thing. God knows how you got that job up there, I just do not know. But anyway, Blade929, Joe the Vlogger, Ross Kennedy, Kerry Fino, good luck, have fun and fair play. Exactly, that's it. Please do not put your answers in the chat, folks. Really would appreciate that. Tom is here. G'day to everybody and welcome. I think we're about ready to go, Jilly, aren't we? Shall we fade out? We've got the theme tune. We're ready on the theme tune, and we'll just do a little fade out on this one. Oh, okay. We got one. We got one more. Sam Beck says, my grandparents are watching, just got a text. Sam, come on, son, don't let the crew down. Palmet, yeah, no answers on the chat, thank you very much indeed. Tracy Hunt has a very alcoholic Sonic. Hey! Fantastic, folks, fantastic. Great to see you all here. Look at this, we're nearly at 300 people. Okay, that's the end of that, and that's the end of that. Okay, so and it is 3 minutes past 7. I think we're just about ready to go. Just to give you guys just to give you an idea, between each question, we're going to be, cause just be aware that there are pictures, there are picture rounds as well as question rounds, and there's the pilot rounds. So we've got quite a lot of stuff that we have to navigate our way through. So we've done one dry run through it. So it might be a little bit Eve Robinson from time to time, but basically what you're getting is that is your so between rounds you get your little thingy-majig there, and that will be it. Oh, Darren Golding, hanging on. Emmy Roulard's on the Prosecco. Not a big fan of white, always been a red wine man myself. Mike Waldridge, evening, all might even break top 200 today. Yes, go on, Mike. Darren Golding's got to start now. Come on, Darren! Until we get Philip Griffiths, can you wait until we get 1,000 entries? We'll be well oiled by then. Brilliant. Let's go, Stuart Aslett. I'm on the tomato juice. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to run out of this. I'm going to quickly grab another one. Because I know I'm going to run out of that. We've got probably the best part of an hour to go. I need a frosty one just to... Actually, no, we're going to have a toilet break, so I'll leave that one because that'll get warm. And there's nothing worse than a warm beer, so flip-flop. Okay, folks, let's get this show on the road. Okay, let's do this. Are we ready to rock and roll? Okay, are the cabin doors closed? And we are ready to taxi out and get ourselves walking and rolling. Chilly, shall we go for question number 1? Question 1 of 30. Here we go. What is the name given to the structure that channels lightning strikes on an aircraft? Is it the Farrington cage, the Faraday cage, or the Fair Deal cage? Of course, this is kind of something that we've discussed. And of course, we caught that amazing 787, of whom we had someone today who was on board that aircraft, who retweeted it to all his friends. He was actually on the aircraft and said it was a big bang when that lightning hit. Look back in the pages if you missed it, folks. It's on all our channels. We've got 30 seconds left. What is the name given to the structure that channels lightning strikes on an aircraft? Or inside an aircraft, should I say. Okay, but I need to stop the thing on the right. I need to stop the music. Yeah. Okay, 3 seconds, 1 second. Time is up. There we go, 234 people getting it right with the Faraday cage. 58 people saying the Farrington cage, 9 people saying the Fair Deal cage. Just let me give you a quick rundown, basically, folks, that on the 787 there are different systems on different aircrafts, but James Shepherd actually letting me know. Was it James Shepherd or was it? I'll just have to look. It was very interesting. Basically, the 787 has points on the tips on the end of the horizontal stabilizers, the tail plane and the wingtips, which are designed to blow off. Because the Faraday cage, which is a mesh, it's a copper mesh, which is ingrained within the carbon, that, and also there's a cage inside the aircraft as well. Basically, it channels the lightning away and out through the wingtips and out through the end of the horizontal stabilizers, out on top of the wingtip. Not all the time, but if you look on the video, you'll see it's definitely coming out of the left-hand wingtip, which is just fascinating when you think of the amount of volts that are going through that, megavolts basically. But yeah, congratulations if you got that right. It is indeed the Faraday cage, and I think the name Faraday is given from the fella who invented it basically. And of course the Faraday cage is something that was before flight came along, was those bit like on Frankenstein, you saw the cage with all of the lightning going between them and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, there we are. It is the Faraday cage. So we can go to question number 2, Jilly. Hit it. Take a look at this image. Sorry, take a look. I'm not going to do that every time, by the way. The question is to follow. Take a look at the image, folks. Take a look at it. Interesting to see also, and a question that I want to ask pilots as well, is something unrelated to this as well. The question is just about to come up now. There we go. So we've given you a nice long look at that. Name this type of winglet. Is it the wingtip fence scimitar winglet or the blended shark winglet? Name that type of winglet. The wingtip fence scimitar winglet or the blended sharklet. Of course, we've been discussing this as well on the show during the week. It says Paul MK, you better have got that right. Happy people are happy with that. We'll just carry on with this a little bit. It's got thrown out. Okay, I don't know about that, Keith. Blade 929. Yes, it's a little bit. That's why if you're playing, folks, it is a little bit behind and ahead. It's a little bit ahead on some devices and so on and so forth. But so you have to watch what system you're playing on. 2, 1, and 0. What type of winglet is that? Indeed, it is. Look at that. Look at that. People getting it wrong on blended sharklet. It's not. The blended sharklet is the straight up one. Let me just show you here, folks. Look, this is the fence. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but the blended one is the blended winged sharklet that goes straight up. A bit, you know. I'll show you. Well, you can see for yourself, but basically that is a fence, wingtip fence. Same as on the A380 and the A320, 321 and 319 and 318. But interesting to see that people have got 132 people and 111 people getting it wrong. 63 people saying scimitar winglet as well. So that's quite interesting. So we're ready to rock and roll with question. This is a good one coming up, folks. A good one coming up. Get ready for this. Okay, Chili, let's go with question number 3. Where is the number 2 engine mounted on the L1011 TriStar? The number 2 engine. In the belly, at the back, under the wing, or on the tail? Where is the number 2 engine mounted on the L1011 TriStar? Obviously, she's a tri-engined aircraft. Is it in the belly? Is it at the back? Is it under the wing? Or is it on the tail? Of course, that might catch a few people out, and hopefully you got it quick. Matthew Thomas, yes, the A310 does also have a that fence, wingtip fence as well. Jazzy John thinks he got it wrong because he was a little bit too fast off the kit, He's got a bang! Learning all the time, Parmit. Thanks, Jerry and Jilly. There you go. These are interesting things that Paul MK loves the TriStar. Of course, a lot of people are not aware of it, but learning all the time. So we've got times up there and 184 people saying on the tail, and 51 people getting it right. It's at the back. Look at it, folks. TriStar is there. It's at the back where normally an APU would be. If you look at the DC-10, it's on the tail. It's mounted on the tail. But this is the air intake, which basically goes down and into the engine, which is mounted at the back. Normally a CF6 engine as well. So look at that. 184 people getting it wrong, 51 people getting it right, 63 saying under the wing, fair enough. But that's fair enough, but it is true, and I can show you here. If you look here, I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but this is a great piece from Flight International. It's an image which I can't blow up, unfortunately, so that's the end of that. So we will skip that, but rest assured, folks, it is most definitely at the back. The intake snakes down, yes, Simon Webb saying. So there we go. Hey, see the questions again? You know, that's what all the research is about, folks. I have to do my research so that I don't piss people off. So there we go, 51 people getting that right. Number 2 engine. Number 2, I say, because they go 1, 2, 3. By the way, I did actually write that question as where is the 3rd engine, but it's not, because you're going to get it right. You've got to get it right, and that's what I remember. When I went up to see the guys at the all response team, when I said what about the 3rd engine? Is that a so and so? And he said, well, that's actually the number 2. It goes 1, 2, 3. So 1 on the wing, 2 on the back, 3 on the other side, on the right hand side. So there we go. Congratulations if you got that right. That is brilliant, man. I really enjoyed that. So it's only question 3. Fantastic. So there we go. So question number 4, Jilly. We're up for it now. Is another good one. Take a look at this image, and tell me what you think. And of course, okay. Yes. Okay, we're good at that. Okay, we're ready for that. Okay, question 4 of 30. Here we go, folks. Get ready for this. Where is this passenger walk bridge? Have a good look. Is it Dalaman, Seattle Tacoma, London Gatwick, or Hong Kong International? Where is that walk bridge, the passenger walk bridge? Is it Dalaman, Seattle Tacoma, London Gatwick, or Hong Kong International? Lots of walk bridges, of course, around the world now. Wow. Okay, great. And there's Simon as well saying no idea. Wow. Lel Aviation saying very easy. It's interesting. I would have thought tough but great questions. Matthew Watts saying. Nick McNair, darn it, had to scroll the iPad. Joe the Vlogger knows it. Paul MK. I've walked over that bridge recently, saying Stuart Aslett. So he's definitely got it. You got 3 seconds, you got 2 seconds, you got 1 second, and you're done. Time is up, and it is indeed 186 people getting it right. It is London Gatwick. I thought a few people might be caught out with that one because of the Boeing 747, the British Airways 747 rolling underneath it. Of course, British Airways only up till the coronavirus issues had only a 777 fleet at London Gatwick. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if they actually did run 747s out of their early days. Of course, Virgin Atlantic being the only 747 fleet down there, but not any longer, unfortunately. 55 people saying Hong Kong International. There are walk bridges, by the way, folks, at all of those 4. I remember Seattle Tacoma wasn't completed. It was being done quite a lot shorter than the one at Gatwick, but that passenger walk bridge, by the way, folks, at Gatwick is the longest passenger walk bridge in the world. So 186 people getting that right. So we've got one more question before we go to the leaderboard. This is question number 5 coming up, folks. Are you ready for it? Hit it. Take a look at that plane. Okay, take a look at it. Okay. Sado's giving thumbs down, man. It's hilarious, isn't it? Poor people. Poor people. And you know who they are as well, don't you? Sitting there, can you put a thumbs down? Playground mentality. Question 5 of 30. Here we go. Name the aircraft, folks. Should know that, should know it, but not everybody knows it. Is it an Antonov AN-124, Ilyushin IL-76, or the Boeing C-17 Globemaster? You've got 50 seconds to answer the question before it self-destructs. Okay, so here we go. Is that an Antonov AN-124, Ilyushin IL-76, or the Boeing C-17 Globemaster? All aircraft kind of looking much the same, so it'd be quite interesting to see who gets this one right. And that, folks, is a still from an image, a film that we took of this aircraft flying overhead here during one of our shows, if you remember. Oh, Laura Ribbon's only one right so far. Palmit, 812, Lel, Aviation, 245, Dan, 2.5 Dan, 2.5 seconds. Fair play to you, mate. 10 seconds left. We're nice shot of that aircraft, Paul Hodgson saying. Not as good as your ones, mate. Some amazing pictures. 2, 1, 0. Your time is up. Okay, and of course, wow, look at that. 126, it was indeed an Ilyushin IL-76, folks. That is with the Volga Dnieper group that we caught right out there on the road. Great image, caught her for about 20 seconds. Not sure where she was on her way to, but obviously on a mission, basically. 106 people getting caught out and saying, oh, it was Gander, wasn't it? Gander somewhere. 106 people saying a 124. Maastricht, yeah, there we go. 126 people getting it right. 76 people saying it was the Globemaster. I completely understand why people would say that it's either of the other two, but 126 of you getting it absolutely bang on the mark. Right, let's go then, Jilly. Here we go with the... it's time to bang the keyboards. Thomas Ecker, Monty, Alex LPPT, where's me jumper? Tom Smith, PH, PST, and Justin W. All new names that I haven't seen before. So let me just write this. Oh, mine that. Why didn't that work? Monty, Alex, PPT. Where's me jumper? I don't know. It's on the landing somewhere, isn't it? It's where you left it. Isn't that annoying when your mum used to say, it's where you left it? Yeah, thanks for that. Do you remember where you last had it? Great, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay, so let's just have a little look here. Let me put that Thomas E. Ecker. Congratulations, Thomas. Can you scroll, Jilly? Let's just let's put Justin W at the end there. Ian Cumming, not bad. Sorry, Jilly, can you just scroll up there again? Just want to see the points, just to see what the points margins are. 482 plays, 378. So it's there, but Thomas Ecker's taken a big long lead. But yeah, we've seen Thomas Ecker before, haven't we? Definitely in the quiz. The name is definitely very familiar. Okay, can I have a look at the rest of the top 10? Oh, look at equal 6th place. Ian Cumming, Antonio, Justin W. Oh, actually, then in that case, Justin W. Let me just put Antonio in there. Yeah. Oh, blimey. And Ian Cumming joint 6th, yeah? And look at that. Lex Lane, George 46, Matthew Morman, Jake Williams. So it's quite close. Look at that, 378, 376. Only 2 points between that lot there. So George 46, Matthew Morman, Jake Williams, LHR is there. BYGF, there he is in 14th, but not very far behind. Cy Jeffries, Thomas. Is it a bird? Raf, Chris. RAF Chris possibly, Tani Kajo, hey up me doc, Marcus, where is Dr. Cliff? Let's just have a look. Hugh Janus, Steve Molly, Pete 1 is there, Oliver Wilkerman, Ollie's there in 26th, Planes for Life, look in 26th, yeah. Jose, Oliver Wilk, Ollie and Planes for Life tied in 26th place. Barry and Jenny, Irish 330, Miles Whitnell, Richard Faulkner, The Spellers, Rob P, Hoof Hearted, Nicky Nacky Noodle, GBF 14, he was here last week, Stephen Champion, Ian Edwards, Joe Cameron, Ben Ruckford, Kelly 2020, Marky Mark, Keith Cornell's there in 45th, DVB, Davis Dorr, Lel Aviation, Kerry Fino, Sam Beck, Tommy Ernst in 49th equal. Craig Wharton, mind you, he started slow last week until he sort of like warms up the old cockles of his heart. Kate Harpley down there in 5th place. No sign yet of Odette, but let's skip to the top, Jilly, and let's go for, let's just put this week 5 down here. Okay, nice one. Okay, here we go then. Round 2 then, folks. And round 2 is the first question from one of our members, actually. And when you're ready, GP, are you ready to roll it? This is our first train, and this is a pilot, a training captain, James Shepherd, with British Airways there. And thank you very much, James, a lovely fella. And he has given us a really tough question, folks. So it's certainly one that I wouldn't know. A bit like Dave's one last week, Mr. Woolsworth's question last week. Real tricky, and it is more or less a guess question. But there we go. But some very interesting information coming from this one. Okay, Gilly, let's have the question from Mr. James Shepherd. And hello, James, if you're out there, by the way. Approximately how many megawatts of electrical generation do the 6 generators, 2 per engine and 2 in the APU, on the Boeing 787-8 generate? Is it 0.3, 0.5, 1 or 1.5? And that's megawatts. Approximately how many megawatts of electrical generation do the 6 generators, 2 per engine and 2 in the APU in the Boeing 787-8 generate? Some really interesting information coming back from this one as well. You've got 29 seconds left. How many megawatts of electrical generation do the 6 generators, there's 2 per engine and 2 in the APU, on the Boeing 787-8 generate? Is it 0.3, 0.5, 1 or 1.5? Lots of people will probably be guessing that, apart from the pilots, of course, who are there. We have 8 seconds. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Okay, there we go. And there we go. 106 people getting it right. That is 1.5, folks. And just a little bit. James writes, for comparison, I think the pigeon's a bit pissed off that he didn't get it right. I think for comparison, here we go. 1 megawatt. This is 1.5. That the six generators can generate the electrical generation that the generators put out on the 787, 2 in each engine and 2 in the APU. So all 6 generators, and this is 1.5. For comparison, 1 megawatt will power the electricity demands for between 400 to 900 houses for a year. The engine generators are starter generators, so act as electrical starters for the engines before reverting to generators once the engine is self-sustaining. So in other words, it's like the in your car, basically the starter motor, which pulls a lot of power out of the battery. Did that sound terrible? For comparison, each engine produces approximately the same amount of electrical generation capacity of a complete 747-400, and the APU generates about half. So you have 2.5 jumbos worth of electrical power on the 787-8. 2.5 jumbos, absolutely incredible. So 106 people getting that right. Quite surprised at that. Congratulations if you did get that right. 124 people saying 1.0. James, thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate that. James Shepherd, training captain with British Airways. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, Jilly, we are ready to go for question number 7, please. Question 7 of 30. What is the wingspan of the 747-8 Intercontinental? What is the wingspan of the 747-8 Intercontinental? Is it 219, 67 metres, 224 feet, 68 metres, or 227 feet, 69 metres? Of course, we have done all of the research on this, folks. We have made sure that we got it absolutely bang on. And these are within points as well. We've rounded it up and rounded it down, but mostly rounded it up rather than the point blah blah blah, because it would just be a lot to read out. Wingspan of the 747-8I, 219 feet 67 metres, 224 feet 68 metres, or 227 feet 69 metres. And let's see how many of you know that one, because of course it is all about time. And Tommy's saying thanks for the metric. 1 second. Time is up. Oh, look at that. 194 people getting it right. Congratulations to you if you got that one right. Of course, it is 224 feet, and that's 68 metres. So, you know, she's a big airliner, and of course she's got that big raked wingtip on her as well. And it's just a glorious thing to see, you know, like a blown up version of the 787 or the 777 with a big raked wingtip run. And of course they run the Gen X power plant on the 747-8 Intercontinental. Okay, GP, congratulations if you got that right. Are we ready for question number 8? This is a good one as well. I like this one. Here we go, folks. Question 8 of 30. What does V1 stand for when pilots call out aircraft speeds during takeoff? What does V1 stand for when pilots call out aircraft speeds during takeoff? Abort takeoff, committed to fly, or rotate? See how many people get this one right. What does V1 stand for when pilots call out aircraft speeds during takeoff? Abort takeoff, committed to fly, or rotate? Good one, this. I like this. Dog. I don't know any Jodo vlogger saying. Laura Ribbon's got a question right. No, you're not, Joe, man. Don't you worry about it, Sam. Sam Beck. TCC, I have the reaction of a turtle. You have 10 seconds. 9, 8, 5, 4, 300, 100. There we go, here we go. Oh, well done, 201 people. Yeah, a lot of you guys knowing your stuff, man, it has to be said. Congratulations, 201 people correctly answering committed to fly. Of course, V1 is the point at which they are able to abort the takeoff. V2 is the rotate. As far as I know, and as far as I have researched it, but that's something that's very interesting, of course, because V2 is rotate, V1 is cooling. So firstly he'll have takeoff speed, then is V1 where you still are able to abort the takeoff, and then beyond that point, V2 is your rotate. You're committed. You're committed to fly at V1. Sorry. Get it right. Committed to fly is at V1, and then of course between then and V2 is your rotate point. So yeah, there we go. Hope you got that right, folks, and congratulations to the 201 people who did. Very well done indeed. So go for question number 9, Jilly, please. It's a good one as well. I like this one. Which engine family replaced the Rolls-Royce RB211 in the 90s? Was it the GPW, GE90, PW4 or the Trent? Which engine family replaced the Rolls-Royce RB211 in the 90s? Was it GPW, GE90, PW4 or the Trent? Okay, Matthew Thomas, that is interesting. VR is rotate, V2 airborne safety speed with engine failure. Okay, interesting. Well, I've got it. I've put it up on here, folks. I've got it on Google, and I've done a massive amount of research on V1 and V2. So we can discuss that most definitely on after this. Yeah. Interesting. It says on here, V1, it says committed to flight. So there we are. We can come back to that. Which engine family replaced the Rolls-Royce RB211 in the 90s? Indeed, it was the Trent family of engines. 5 people saying GPW, 54 saying the GE90, 19 saying PW4, and 212 people getting it correct. In the nice pink colour, saying that it is indeed the Trent engine. Of course, the Trent 5, Trent 7, Trent 8, Trent 9s, and of course Trent 1000s being in that family. And of course, we love those engines because they make a lovely noise. So congratulations if you got that one right. That is question 9. We're now on to question 10, Julie. Is that after this one we do the yeah, okay. Leaderboard after this one. Take a look at this image. Take a look at it, folks. You know that aircraft. A lot of people know that aircraft. A lot of people won't know the aircraft, of course. That is, I can tell you, the E3 Century aircraft, which is the AWACS, as so many people know. But there is a question that we've got about that aircraft, and here it comes. This is Boeing's E3 Century AWACS military airborne support aircraft. What engine is it powered by? Rolls-Royce Trent 500, CFM International CFM 56, Pratt & Whitney PW4000s, or the General Electric CF6? Which aircraft is powering that aircraft? Oh, sorry, Jay, I'm messing around with you. Sorry. Which engine is powering that aircraft? Is it the Rolls-Royce Trent 500, the CFM International CFM 56, Pratt & Whitney PW4000, or the General Electric CF6? Ryan Russell, thank you for that information. Okay, interesting. We have 17 seconds left on this question. And I'm not a pilot, by the way. I don't profess to know anything about... So, 1 second, here we go. Okay, it is powered by the CFM56. 99 people saying the Pratt & Whitney PW4000. It is actually the CFM56, folks. I can, if you Google it, E3 Century engines, you will find that it is the CFM56. It was powered by another, originally, I think it was the JT9Ds, the original ones, the old JT8Ds back in the day when it was still powered by the old 707 engines, the smoky ones. Of course, this is the CFM56 engine that powers it. 78 people getting that right. So now we are able to go to Leaderboard for the second time. And here we go. This is interesting. Here we go. Oh, look. Okay, RAF Chris. He's come from nowhere. Where's me jumper? Look, he's moved up. Planes for Life. Wow, look at Planes for Life. And GBYGF is there. Tommy Smith and LHR. Good for you guys. Let me just put this in here. Control C, Control V. God bless you. And then we can just pop that down there. And then we can go here. RAF Chris. Where's me jumper? I don't really know. Planes for Life. Good for you, man. G, and he's back up here. Look, B, Y, GF. He's snapping at the heels of the top five. Tommy Smith. Let's just see, and LHR there in 7th place. Do we have any equals, GP? Monty's there. Ian Cumming in 9th place, doing well. Davis Door, LSA, sorry, easy for you to say. EGTK, Thomas, PHPST, Mars Whitnell, Jose in 16th place. We've got 2 in 11th place joint there. Ollie Wilkerman's in 17th. He's made his way up the leaderboard. Matthew Moorman, Antonio, well done. Equal with Richard Faulkner. Barry and Jenny in 21st place. Scroll it, Jilly, please. Lel Aviation, Justin W. K-Tar, please, there. Good one, K. Nice one. Where's Scotty? Alice, is it a bird? Yankee Tango, good for you in 27th place. Stevie P. Andy W. Cameron is in 29th place. Hey, up me doc is in 31st. Air Pete 1. JJ. P Moore 07, Paul Hodgson down in 35th. Come on, Paul. Wheelie 68. Shanex Dave. Richard Greenwood, Craig Wharton in 40th place, Paul Maskell, GBF 14. He was up at the top last week, I seem to remember. David Edwards, Hoof Hearted, and Craig. Okay, GP, we're ready to go to the next question. This is a good one. It's a picture question coming up, folks. Okay, have a look at that. Have a look at it. Get it. All the lonely, sad thumbs downers. Come on, thumbs downers, where are ya? Got no friends? Got no friends? Oh, you poor people. Anyway, that's from one of our films, by the way, folks. That's one from one of our live shows. What aircraft is that? We're going to ask what aircraft it is. So get ready. Get ready. It's what it is. Question 11 of 30. Name this aircraft type. Ready? Is it the Boeing 777, Airbus A350, or Airbus A330? Wow, look how quick they answer, man. Wow. That's crazy. 1.16 Lel Aviation, Parmick 3.11, Simon Webb 1.96, Kerry Fino, stunning shot, Nick McNair, beautiful. Yeah, indeed, that's a still from one of our videos, folks. Sunrise arrivals at London Heathrow. 2.33 seconds for Dan. Chris Plain loves it. Paul Hodgson, yes, it was Cathay Pacific. Fair play to you, fella. But we have, and I hope you got that right. Get a better phone, Laura Ribbons, Daniel Hill saying. Michael K, loving the shot. Jazzy John, rate the picture out of 10. My last flight was on that type of plane. And Anne saying, oh, thank you, Anne, for not answering what the question was. It is, of course, A350. 222 people getting that bang on. And, of course, that was, I think, a 900 as well. 220 people correctly answering that. That it was the Airbus A350 Boeing 777 and 38 people saying Airbus A330. Of course, the winglets kind of give it away when you're looking at it from that angle more often than not. Lynn Keeble thinks she got that wrong, but there we go. Right, here we go then. Now the next question is from a good friend of ours, a really good friend of ours. A lot of people know him. And there he is, Mr. Torb himself. Now, that's in a 737 that he's taken that picture from. Richo, of course, came and met us out there in Boston. Just one more thing. He's a lovely fella. And, of course, he flies for American Airlines, and he is a captain sitting there in that left-hand seat on the A330 300. And we are wishing him all the very, very best. My question is, that panel there, oh no, it's a continuation of that panel. It's just a strengthening overlap. So here we go then, folks. Are you ready for the question? Ready for the question, GP? Good old Richo. Hope you're there, mate. Is he there? You there, Chilly? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No? Hello? Chilly? Don't know what happened there. Ollie. Okay. So, yeah, ready for the question. Here we go. On the A330, after takeoff, what speed is the flap ARS, automatic retraction system, activated to move the flaps from 1 to 0? Is it 180 knots, 200 knots, or 210 knots? On the A330, after takeoff, so he's gone up. What is the speed? At what speed is the flap ARS automatic retraction system activated to move the flaps from 1 to 0? So basically, he's retracting his flaps. He's bringing his flaps up. And of course, we've got an answer on this one, some descriptive notes on this one as well, just so that we can sort of like make you pick. Sometimes you have to read a question 3 or 4 times in order to sort of like get it into your head exactly what is going on here. Do you know what I mean? Well, I did anyway. I did Stevens Ocelot noses. You got 3 seconds. 2, 1. How many people got this right? Wow, 76 people saying 210, 180 knots, 87 people saying 125 people correctly getting it right. It is actually 200 knots. And he says, Rich Tor, this mostly activates when the plane is heavy. The flap retraction speed from 1 to 0 may actually be above 200 knots. This system would retract the flaps but may leave the slaps extended till the flap lever is moved to the 0 position. So that gives you a little bit more indication of that. I tried to look it up online, I couldn't find anything on there, but obviously all of you pilots out there will actually know about that. But congratulations, 125 people getting that right at 200 knots. You are very, very knowledgeable, and congratulations. Okay, GP, we can now go to here's another one. Question 13 of 30. We like this one. Here we go. What year was American Airways formed before it changed to American Airlines? Was it 1927, 1930, or 1934? What year was American Airways formed before it changed to American Airlines? 27, 1927, 1930 or 1934? Need to obviously look back in the archives for this, just to see, make sure that we're getting it right, you know, because Wikipedia is a fantastic thing, and that is always the best way to do your research if you haven't got any other form of research. Good day to Bridget watching, my sister, Jamie Reese, Ollie's there. Indeed, Ollie, these pilot questions you can indeed only guess, but this one is something that, again, it is a bit of a guess because not a lot of people are going to know this. I wouldn't have known this. It would be a guess, but you have 5 seconds remaining. Indeed, it was. Bing! It was 1930. Oh, look at that, 130 people answering it, 131 people answering it incorrectly at 1934. Now, this is interesting because I just need to read this out. American Airlines was started in 1930 via a union of more than 80 small airlines. 1930, and there were 80 small airlines at that time. The two organisations from which American Airlines was organised were Robertson Aircraft Corporation and Colonial Air Transport. The former was first created in Missouri in 1921, with both being merged in 1921 into the holding company, the Aviation Corporation. This in turn was made in 1930 into an operating company and rebranded as American Airways. In 1934, when new laws and attrition of male contracts forced many airlines to reorganise, the corporation redid its routes into a connected system and was renamed American Airlines. So it was American Airways it was formed as American Airways in 1930 and rebranded in 1934 to American Airlines. So I knew that would catch a few people out, and it did. So 101 people correctly answering that, and you are very clever indeed. You might have guessed. Easy guess, there we go. I got it right, Laura Ribbon-Saint, Judy Chaston. I knew that one, unless random in my head. Matthew Watts, wrong again. Chris Peter, that's not me saying that, by the way, it's him saying that. Palmit, there we go. Vince Jean, and good, well done to all of you folks out there. That was question number 13. And here we go with another picture aircraft. Take a look at me now. Okay, here we go. There we go. And that's one of our stills, once again, folks, from a wet day somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it is because that would kind of give it away. Quickly, thumbs down, quickly, thumbs down. Oh, I'm a hater. I'm going to give a thumbs down. It's the only way I can ever make myself known, even though I'm hiding behind a keyboard. Oh, I hate Big Jet TV, so I'm going to put a thumbs down on it, even though I'm watching. I wish they were all my friends. I wish I could watch it. I wish I had a life, but I can't because I don't have a life because I'm just a lonely idiot. Name this aircraft. Is an A350-900, A330 CEO, or an A330 Neo? I've given the question. It's all right. It's okay. But is it? It is. It's all right. Is it? Is that aircraft a 350-900, A330 CEO, or an A330 Neo? Which is it, folks? Which is it? Come on. Come on. You have 48 seconds. Let's go with the bing bong theme tune. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, bang, straight on that one. But a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, hold on a minute. I've got to look at the nose and make sure that, yeah, okay, I look at the winglet. And then I look at the engines, kind of like get an idea of what's going on there. Also the folks who are unsure about the Neo and the CEO recognition, which we talked about the other day on the show as well. Don't forget, folks. But you have 9 seconds remaining. Is this 350-900, A330 CEO, or A330 Neo? What is it, folks? What is it? Of course it is. Of course it is. It is it's an A330 Neo. 175 people getting that right. 52 people equal on A350, 900 and A330 CEO. Of course, engines. The engine option is the major change on the CEO, but the winglet as well is something that's very noticeable on the new engine option. So congratulations if you got that right. 175 people getting that right. Okay, we have one more question before leaderboard, isn't it, Julie? Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Question 15 of 30. You'll like this one. What does STOL stand for? What does STOL stand for? STOL. Safe takeoff and landing, short takeoff and landing, or stalled takeoff and landing? A few of you might have jumped in there a little bit too quick. Too quick answering, Joe Cameron. I knew you'd do that. You see, you've got to be wait. You've got to give your eyes a chance to let your brain know what it is it's reading. Safe takeoff and landing, short takeoff and landing, or stalled takeoff and landing. What does STOL stand for? Of course, we see a lot of these aircraft on Big Jet TV. Generally, more often than not, it is the prop-powered aircraft. Although you do see some of the smaller jets have the capability, of course, and some, like the IL-76, has the capability of landing on short strips, short rough strips. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is short takeoff and landing. Indeed it is. 23 people saying. So most of you guys knew that anyway. Can you do a leaderboard first, Jerry? Palmit, we're doing it now, fella. It's coming up next is the leaderboard. 229 people getting that absolutely bang on right. So what we'll do now is we will get ready for the leaderboard, and let's go for it, Jilly. So this is round 3. Oh, look, Thomas Ecker's still there. Lel Aviation, he's come from nowhere, hasn't he? Planes for Life is there. Look at this. He's creeping up there. Antonio GBYGF, again, is there. PHPST. That's a new one as well. PHPST. Davis Dorr, LHR, Thomas. Julie, can you just scroll up a second? I just need to... okay. That GBYGF is the difficult one. Okay, we're all good. There we go. So let's just have a look here. Thomas Ecker, so far, has led every round, yeah? That's one thing for sure. We've lost RAF Chris. Where is RAF Chris? LHR, Thomas is there. Where's me jumpy? He's lost. He's come. He was in the top 7. He's dropped a little bit. Must have got in there a little bit too quick. Where's me jumper? Jose, Oliver, Ollie's there in 12th place. Come on, Ollie, son. Richard Faulkner, Monty, Ian Cumming is there in 15th place. He's there or thereabouts. He was in equal sort of 7th place or something. LSA EGTK. Neil is there. Oh, is that Neil who was yeah, that's Neil Guy who was week 3. He actually won a t-shirt in week 3. Help me, Doc. RAF Chris down in 19th. What did you do, mate? Did someone come to the door? Wheelie 68, P Moore 07, Andy W. Is there, and who else we got, Jilly? Mars Whitnell, Julie Chaston, Nicky Nacky Noodle, hey, easy for you to say. Craig Justin W. Kay's there in 28th place. Tom Smith, Bulldog 617, Mike's up there in 30th. Scott Tarpley, Kay's beating Scott. Might be a little bit of a sort of like, opposite sides of the bed tonight. But there we go. Good night. Yankee Tango, JJ, the Spellers. That's Debbie Speller and And Ian, isn't it? Stevie P, David Edwards, Alex White with a nice Alex White, Paul Hodgson down in 38th, George 46, Fiona, Haggy, I can win. You can't at that point, you can't, mate. Keith Cornell, Lucia Ametista, Lucia Ametista, G Rutford, Barry M, Joe Cameron down there in 46th, Young Joe 48, Frankie Runes, Alex LPPT, Shanix Dave, Paul Maskell in 52nd place. Right, GP, let's scroll it back to the top and get ourselves ready for question number 16. We're halfway through the quiz, folks. Well done to Thomas Ecker. Toilet break? Anybody need a toilet break? I'd get a go myself and get another beer. Okay, folks, let's put a tune on. Should we put a theme tune on? Let's put one on here. Let's put one on here. So that was there, and it was. Oh, what is that one? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Why was that one there then? Okay. Oh no, it was down here, wasn't it? Oh! Okay, let's go for this. Okay, folks, we will take a 4-minute and 41-second break. You ready? If we can get this fired up. Come on, son. Okay, there we go. Always dispose of your disposables. Brilliant, man. It's brilliant. Well, we're all having a good time. Parmick, Nick McNair, Parmick, Alaska Airlines, Ollie Wilkerman, Lynn Keeble, Darren Puck, Mac Truland, Dan, been in the 100s every round, can't beat the quiz on Friday night. Parmick's so funny coincidence. Mark Apple, okay, Mark Appleby in 276th. We got DJ Jerry, Alaska Airlines, saying, okay, so let's see where we are. Somebody saying, hoping for a top 100 finish. Ross Kennedy there. How are you guys doing out there? Just tell me where you are. Hodgie saying, Chris Skipaloo, anyone know the lyrics to this tune? There ain't no lyrics, my friend. It's just all about instrumentals right there. This music, by the way, folks, is care of YouTube. It's all free. Mark Barr, great first half. Gillian Jerry, Stevie Billions. He could have gone for 443 and put on nothing. Oh, there we go. Mark Appleby, 276. Chris Hodgkin. Yeah, there we go. Let's scroll the leaderboard if you want. We're going to do that right now. Gilly, can I do that? Okay, there you go, folks. Help me, dog. Let's take it right down to 100. Hypersonic tar. Charchie's in 57th. Charchie. Stephen Campion. Or champion even, Cy Jeffries. Archie, 58th. Archie was leading. Archie did really well. Archie was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th week 1. What are you doing, Archie? Barry and Jenny, Craig Wharton, Michael K, EGCC, GBF 14, Western 1015, Alex in 65th, Big Joe down there in 66th, Lex Lane, CDTW Mead, Chris Scappy, Jingle, Jilly Jingle Jerry, Baines Plains, Ben, Rass, Cameron, Luli Kaja, Tuni Kajo, 1Z99, Keith Commentary, and Matt Lewis, Aaron P, CPR 1234. Good to see you in the house, CPR 1234. Good to see a few people here we've been missing on the shows during the week. Marky Mark, Ian Edwards, Anthony Fokker, Richard Greenwood, Make Dusseldorf, Big Jumbo Mon, good day to you, Big Dog Dan, Javadon 2, Blade 929, TCC, Matthew Mormon, Spencer Blackhurst, Dieter Miles High, there he is in 94th, good to see you mate, easy son, 95th, Ashley and Katie, Alberta Steve, no doubt from Alberta in Canada. Good evening to Canada, or good morning. Baba, Harrison Fensom, Alaska Airlines, good day to you. Alice, Sam Beck down in 102nd. Wow. Back 21, good day to you. Maida David Boswell, Nigel Linfit, JBB, Ryan Russell, Gaz Mitchell, Mark Ellams, Golf Alpha Mike, Hamey Fro, Sarah T, Steve C, Ace, Air Pete 1, Universal Exports, saw you up the top. Jazzy is there, GB Jazzy, 118th, Kevin Carter, Rob P, Les Tankard, Stuart Aslett, Neil, Alan Richard Scott is there, Welshare. Oh, Welshare last week, remember Welshare? It is Welsh. Welsh Hair or Welsh Air? Oh, Welsh Air, that's it, yeah. Sorry about that. Gary Krausen, EK404, Sheraz, Quasi, D Max, Stephen Billings, Nigel, Simon Webb, 16C, Matty Tate Frost, 134th, Chris 777 in 137th, Saw Denek, Corey Roundsfell, Thomas Farm Hagro, Andy T, Joe Perkins, Yorn Morton, Ray Dar, love that name, Kelly 2020, Melissa D, Slick Vic, Steve Ellenbars, Neil down there in 148th. Still good though, folks, still good. If you're taking part, it's about the taking part. I love BJT in Big Jet TV in 150th place. Dr. Cliff, 149th. How did you do last week, mate? He's there. He's in the top 150. Ian 55 Odette is down in 152nd. Very slow to get going this week. Anthony Wheel is in 154th place. Is it a bird? John Davis, Dan, Para Dave, Glenn, Scott Cowell. If you are a para, thank you, my friend, for everything you do. Emmy and Tony Roulard, Matthew Watts in 162nd place. Okay, GP, I think we can get ourselves ready to go to the next round. We're ready for round number 16. Sorry, question number 16. Sorry about that. Okay, let's pause that, bring that into there. We can go question 16 of 30. Eyes down for a full house. Which airline was the launch customer for the Boeing 777 in 1995? Interesting this, because I got called out on this one. British Airways, United, American Airlines, or Pakistan International Airways. Which airline was the launch customer for the Boeing 777 in 1995? Was it British Airways, United, American Airlines, or PIA? Oh, the shame, Odette say. Which airline was the launch customer for the Boeing 777 in 1995? British Airways, United, American Airlines, or PIA? I remember flying on a British Airways 777 in 1996 to Los Angeles from London Heathrow. I remember getting off because we disembarked down the steps, and that engine was just a sight to behold. I remember it all the way back there in 1996. 5 seconds to go. Here we go. 2, 1. It was indeed United States. 48 people saying British Airways. I thought it was BA. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was BA. Had to do the research, 160 people getting it right with United Airlines, 147 people saying American, and 11 people saying Pakistan International Airlines. Congratulations to you if you got that correct. Indeed, United Airlines were the launch customer. It probably would have been a little bit odd if it had been a British airline being the launch customer for an American aircraft manufacturer. So there we go. GP, we can fire up question number 17, and here we go. This is Captain Dave Woolsworth, A380 captain with British Airways, and there he is flying on board, not flying his A380, you bleeding idiot, on board his A380. Imagine if he did that, 38,000. But there we go, and the question coming from Dave this week, and this is a good question that he's put across here as well. I've also got to explain this one as well. What was the maximum takeoff weight, MTOW, of British Airways A380 GXLEA when it was originally delivered? What was the maximum takeoff weight of British Airways A380 GXLEA when it was originally delivered? 569 tonnes, 575 or 590 tonnes? Incredible figures, those figures, it has to be said. Even so, but it is just one of those, folks. Which one is it? What it was the max, the MTOW of British Airways, that British Airways A380 GXLEA when it was originally delivered. We have 20 seconds remaining. It is a bit of a catchy question, this one, because, and I'll explain why in a little while. What was the maximum takeoff weight of British Airways A380 GXLEA when it was originally delivered? And thank you for Captain Dave Woolsworth for getting involved. One of the major Twitter accounts with British Airways, of course, Dave Woolsworth. Follow him on Twitter, folks. Wow, look at that, 137 people saying 575 tonnes. 569 tonnes is the correct answer when it was delivered, folks, when it was originally delivered. 70 people saying 590 tonnes, but yeah, here's the statement from Dave. The answer is, of course, 569 tonnes. He says, I asked the question in the way I did because the max weight was reduced to 560 tonnes a little bit later. So it was actually reduced from the original delivery figure of 569 down to 560, from 500 down to 560 tonnes later on. But the original delivery weight was maximum takeoff weight was 569 tonnes. Structurally, the aircraft could still operate at 569 tonnes, but the figure of 560 tonnes is now used to reduce costs such as landing and navigation charges, which are based on certified weight. So quite interesting, having to reduce the MTOW by 9 tonnes. Be interesting to know what they did in order to do that, but obviously they have to just work within certain limits, and that is very interesting. And thank you so much, Captain Dave Woolsworth, for giving us that question. We really appreciate it. 137 people getting caught out there. The actual answer is 569 tonnes when it was delivered. That was obviously reduced to 560 tonnes a little bit later, as explained just then. So, Julie, there we go. Thank you, Captain Dave. Really appreciate that. We'll look forward to your question for next week as well. We are ready for the next question, number 18, Julie. Here we go. Name the airfield that Boeing use for their 787 and 777 final assembly. Is it Renton, Everett, or Boeing Field? Is it Renton, Everett, or Boeing Field? Name the airfield that Boeing used for their 787 and 777 final assembly. I remember flying out and over this airfield. My first ever look at it. Skies were clear when I flew out of Seattle down to Los Angeles. It was just a sight to see all those aircraft, those 787s and 777s sitting there waiting to be delivered. Of course, at that time we had absolutely no idea that those aircraft would be put into a storage situation until they're able to be delivered after this whole nasty pandemic is over. We have 8 seconds remaining. Name the airfield that Boeing used for their 787 and 777 final assembly. Renton, Everett or Boeing Field. Indeed it is Everett, and it's all done in the best possible taste. 161 people getting that right. It is indeed Everett Field. Renton and Boeing Field, both Boeing Fields, but the 787 and 777 final assembly lines are completed at Everett, of course, and 161 people getting that right. Lots of people, yay! Kate Harpley getting it right. So, Gilly, I am ready for the next question. We're on question number 19. Okay, pictorially, take a look at this plane. Look at it, folks, look at it. Photoshopped by yours truly. It is a freighter. But we want to know, we want you to name the airline, folks. We want you to name the airline. Amazing, isn't it? Here we go. Is it China Southern, China Airlines or China Eastern? Quite difficult actually if you're not a regular to Big Jet TV to sort of like, you know, to distinguish between the three, and in fact some of the other ones as well, because they're all kind of you know, whether it's China Eastern and China Airlines, China Southern, they you know, obviously you need to sort of like get your head around it. But that picture is of a freighter. Of course, 747. I think it was a 400. That shot was incidentally from Chicago, standing there with Jay from Chicago Ord. Which airline was that? Was it China Southern, China Airlines, or China Eastern? Angie Brewer saying didn't see the picture, so guess. Put it up there for quite some time, Angie. But there we go. And of course the answer is China Airlines. 140 people getting that right. 70 people saying China Southern, 50 people saying China Eastern. China Airlines is basically, it's that flower, that beautiful flower that's on the tail, and there it is in all its glory. Plum blossom, there we go. Quickly haters, it's only 4 of you, you poor little things, all 7 of them now. China Airlines, it's a freighter indeed. She's got nose load capability on her. She is a 400 as well, and there we go. So congratulations if you got that right. And there she is, China Airlines cargo, 747-400 with possibly yeah, here we go. We've got a or is it after the next one? Is it after the next one? One more question and then the leaderboard? I think it might. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. Question 20, folks. It's time to rock and roll. Take a look at that image, folks. And what we want to know is, of course, a lot of people will have already seen the question. What we want to know is what airport that control tower is at. A lot of people will be like, oh, that's really cool, man, because I remember that the other day. Question 20 of 30. Name the airport. Are you ready? Bang. Here we go. Is it Munich, Nuffingen, Hamburg or Frankfurt? Which airport is that control tower and that airport? What airport is it, basically? Is it Munich, Nuffingen, Hamburg or Freitas? Frankfurt. You would have seen this week, folks, by the way. You would have seen this earlier on this week. In fact, I think it might have even been, when was it? Was it yesterday, Gilly? When did we palm it? Oh, you put Southern. Lel Aviation, I know this. Karen got it right. I got spammed. Oh, amazing question, Jazzy John. What's that, GP? Oh, it was sometime Miniature Wonderland. When was it? It was. Oh, I've just called the answer, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's answered it anyway. Sam Beck saying I remember this, so Sam might have got it. Oh, I didn't put the thing thong on, did I? Okay, time is up, folks. Indeed it is. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Are you sure? Are you sure you've put Hamburg? Oh, that is brilliant. Well, I tell you what, it's interesting because that's a proper catch you out question, isn't it? Because it's based on Hamburg. That was Nuffingham, folks. That is a Miniature Wonderland at Hamburg. That is the toy place, basically, and that is amazing that 92 people said that it was Hamburg because it is modelled on Hamburg, but the actual airport is Nuffingham at Miniature Wonderland. Check it out, folks. 65 people getting that right. That was a really good question. I like that, and I'm glad that we caught a few people out there. Karen saying she got it wrong. Simon Webb, Matthew Watts. There we go. Well done. Clue Marshburn. Geneva Lewis. Well done, folks, if you got that right. 55 people saying Frankfurt, 46 people saying Munich. The thing that catches you out, the fact that it isn't actually a real airport, it's a toy airport. So there we go. 65 people getting it right. Nuffingham Airport. There we go. Mark Appleby. I was short of that one, lol. Okay, so there we go. Let's go with question number 21, please, Jilly. Oh, is it leaderboard? Oh, okay. Okay, we can go with leaderboard. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh my goodness me! Hold on a minute. Let me just write these in because that is really interesting, man. That's really interesting. Planes for Life. He's come up from. He was in third. He wasn't anywhere in round two. And he wasn't anywhere in round. He was right there, right the way down there. But Thomas Ecker is still in second place, so he can still do it. Lel Aviation was there he's dropped to third, but Lel Aviation still up there with a chance. 1-4-3-8. The points are still close. Thomas is there. Thomas was he was up there, I seem to remember. Let's just well, Thomas is it's not Thomas Ecker, obviously. Ollie's there. Ollie Wilkerman. He's come up, hasn't he? He's really... And BYGF. Oh, this is brilliant. And Antonio, again, that's brilliant, man. That's absolutely brilliant. Congratulations if you are there or thereabouts. Let's just have a little look here. Where's me jumper? Still there. Neil is there again. Neil, look, climbing up. PHPST, LSA, EGTK, Tom Smith, Richard Faulkner. Can I scroll, GP? Davis Dorr. Hey, help me, Doc. 15th place still. Cameron, P. Moore, 07. Jose, Tunicarjo. That's didn't see that in the top 50 at least. Andy W, Justin W, Monty, Stephen Champion, Ian Cumming, Joe Cameron, Paul Hodgson's 26th. So he's making his way up the leaderboard, isn't he, old Hodgie? Raf, Chris. Only takes you to answer one question like that, and I reckon that might have been Paul Hodgson getting up there because of that. British Airways 777-300 going out right there. Wheelie 68, Big Dog Dan in 30th place. Ben, Nicky Nacky Noodle, David Edwards, Frankie Runes, Barry M, Miles Whitnell, Alex P, LPPT, Craig, Make Dusseldorf, Young Joe, Katar, please there. It's still beating, I think. Am I right? Let's just have a look. Yeah. Yeah, Scott's not there. AGCC, Alaska. Are they playing on the opposite sides of the room or something? Bulldog 617, Lucia, LHR, Big Joe, Michael K, Stevie P, Jingle Jingle Jerry, the Spellers, Miles High, Keith Coventry, Alan Richard Scott, Haggy, I Can Win, Yankee Tango, Matt Lewis, George 46, Julie Chaston, Alex White. I think we might have lost. Oh, there's Scott in 60 chic place. Harrison Fensom, Super Hypersonic Tom, Spencer Blackhurst. Scott is down there in 60 sick. GPF 14, Lex Lane, Thomas Van Hagro, Chris Scappy, Barry and Jenny, Ras, Baines Plains, Blade 929, Alberta Steve, Glenn 2710. Still got good points here though, in the thousands there. Aaron P, Craig Wharton, Sarah T, Richard Greenwood, JJ, Anthony Fokker, JBB, Ian Edwards, Fiona, Nigel, Ruckford, the Ruckford Files, Chris 777, EK404, Jorge, Scott Cal, Paul Maskell, Nigel Lingfit, Andy T. Charchi is in 96th. Give him a flipping cigarello, someone. Easy, son. 97th. More, Jorn Morton, TCC, Sam Beck, Hermia Fro, Saw Weston, CDT MD Didder, Back 21, Emmy and Tony Roulard, Mark Ellams, Para Dave, Cy Jeffries, CPR, Corey Roundsfell, Ashley, Marky Mark, Sheraz Kazi, there we go, Kazi, sorry, not Kazi, Kazi. So well done, Planes for Life, my friend. By the way, I just want to say a quick shout out to my sister Bridget, who is actually a frontline nurse. So all the best to you, Bridget. Hope you're doing well, and all your colleagues at work as well. Wishing you all the best. Clue Marshburn, A330 Neo, there he goes. I think that might be an old answer. There we go. Okay, let's go then, Jilly. We are ready. Is a good one, is a good one. Take a look at this image. Yes, interesting shot, this one. Interesting pick. Of course, by now they know the question, don't they, Jilly? Is it worth me? I can just read it out, can't I? No? Okay, so which airliner cockpit is this, folks? Which airliner cockpit? Is it Boeing 787, Airbus A350, or the Airbus A330? Pretty cool question, has to be said. This is a question that we this is a little film that we put together for these guys at whatever manufacturer it is. Boeing 787, Airbus A350 or Airbus A330. Which airliner cockpit is that picture from? 787, Airbus A350 or Airbus A330. See the head-up display on both sides of the cockpit as well. Immediately a few people, wise people, will be like, well, hold on a minute, there's something missing, and that will immediately make you think that it is whatever it is. But of course, oh, we haven't got the thing from, have we? Say that again. Shelley Jackson, I'm out of my depth, I just like watching planes. Fair enough, Shelley, and you're getting involved as well. Paul Hodgson got this in 1.82 seconds. One of the two answers, Michael K. Still trying to answer too quick for the points, Stephen Ackley. Chris Crash, 27 seconds. Ross Kennedy, darn it. 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, in fact, it is, folks. It is the Airbus A350. Of course, you'd have to really know your cockpits, because the A330 and the A350, there is a difference, obviously, but a few people might have been caught out by the head-up display. So 73 people answering it, saying the Boeing 787. In fact, it is the A350, and that actual shot was taken from a piece of footage that we put together for the first automated takeoff system that they were utilising on the Airbus A350-1000 family aircraft. In fact, I think Hodgie was up on the hill with me when they did that. Airbus developing auto taxi takeoff and landing systems, Atoll it's called, right the way across the board, and that was, we caught the first ever shot of that. Just have a look on YouTube or Facebook, folks. Look through the library, and you'll see Atoll test. I think it is. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's very interesting to say the least. I wonder if I can just quickly find. Actually, is that possible? let's just have a little look and see if we can find it. Like on the right. Oh, here we go. Look. Oh, but no one's going to play it. No, you can play it out, can you? Stand by. Can they see that? Can you see that, folks? Look at that beautiful aircraft, man. Airbus demonstrates ATOL first fully automatic vision-based takeoff. Airbus has successfully performed the first fully automatic vision-based takeoff using an Airbus family A350-1000 test aircraft at Toulouse-Blagnac. The test crew, comprising of 2 pilots, 2 flight test engineers. Oh, blimey, I've wrote this a bit too much. I can't really keep up. Big Jet TV were present on our usual visit to Toulouse, completely unaware that we were witnessing a milestone in aviation technology. Nobody guessed where Airbus was testing. The only thing we figured out was that it must be low-level, best side altitude flight due to the windows. That it was leads going into the windows. Following film, we used Big Jet TV's live stream footage mode with Airbus's own footage, which shows the ATOL system clearly doing its job. Thanks to Airbus for the use of their onboard and exterior footage, which they gave us permission to use. That's me filming that bit there. Can you see that? See now here, this is where the leads were running.
Going under the belly,
going into the window. So obviously, as it was they couldn't pressurise the aircraft, so they had to run it at low level.
And into the fairing, behind the fairing, but the other one seems to be trailing underneath the belly.
Listen to this, flat out. Auto systems. So now he's looking on the head-up display system. He'll be seeing that. So it's automatically tracking. So using lasers and possibly impregnation is what I was thinking of earlier. Take your hands off, son. Take your hands off. Look at that. He's not even pulling back. Positive rate. Gear up. Look at that, man. Yeah. How cool is that? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. So there we go. Brilliant. How cool was that? Congratulations, by the way, to Airbus for making that happen. Okay, is that the cat? Is that the kittens that is making that noise? Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. All right, okay, folks, here we go then. Right, we have got that one. We're on to question 22. Here's a good one. You like this one. We've done one of these before, and we caught everybody out. But let's just see what happens with this one as well. You ready, folks? Question number 22. Julie, can you turn that off? Turn that down, please. Take a look at this image, folks. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, mate. It's me. My apologies. Sorry, mate. Okay, what we want to know, folks. And look, the knowledgeable ones amongst you as well will go, bloody hell, look at that. That's a Max. That's a WestJet Max at Gatwick. Wow, look at that. But the question is, in your own time, that distinctive tail on the 737. Okay, question 2. Okay, here we go. That took a long time, didn't it? Is it taking off or is it landing, folks? Simple as that. Look at it. There we go, folks. Is that taking off or landing that aircraft? sometimes it's a little bit difficult. There's obviously a lot of pilots out there, but even you can be caught out, man. I mean, you know, we all get caught out. Get caught out. Is that aircraft taking off or landing, folks? And of course, 2.1 seconds for Scott Tarpley, Paul Hodgkinson. Paul Hodgie saying, I think I got this wrong. Ha ha! Paul Skilling saying, I hope I got this right. He says, I hope I'm right. Odette, yeah, either or questions for Odette. She doesn't know. You know, that's one of our. That's a grab from one of our films as well, folks. Not using other people's pictures. 198 people getting it right. Congratulations, 57 people saying landing. Well done, Jay Barnes. Yeah, indeed, it is 50-50 sometimes. But Jazzy John was correct. Simon Webb, 93 points. Chris Plain Mad is in the house as well. Congratulations, folks, if you got that right. 198 people correctly. That's from our Max, our little Max 737 Max piece that we put out, which was basically, will it ever fly again? And of course, there's massive questions hanging. Is that my? It's a cat snoring. It's definitely. Okay. Is it Charlie? Is it not? Okay. Anyway, let's go to question 23, Jilly. We'll have to deal with the snoring. I don't know where that's coming from, man. That's funny. Here we go. Here's a question from another good friend of ours, James Edgington. He's a captain on Boeing 777-200s and 300s. Here you see James looking like he might have just had a couple of pies. But this was on a repatriation flight. And James, great to see you, mate. And thank you so much for submitting a question for us this week, and hopefully we will see you next week for another question. I've referred to James a few times actually on the wing of the 777, and of course we had him live on one of the shows down at Gatwick. Of course, he was stationed. I think most of the time he was actually flying the 777s out of Gatwick, preferring the 200 variant over the 300. But of course, now flying out of Heathrow, and this was a repatriation flight that he was on here, I think. So thank you, James, for supplying us this question. And here he goes with the question, and this is it. Don't forget, it's speed. Get on this speed, folks. The British Airways 777-200 variant has two engine types. One is the GE, the other is what? Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce, or the GPW. The British Airways 777-200 variant has two engine types. One is the GE, the other is what? Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce, or GPW. You've got a long time to answer this, folks, but I think that you will probably have answered this already. British Airways 777-200 is powered by two engine types. We discussed this a lot of times on the show, of course, folks. One is the GE, General Electric. The other is what? Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce, or GPW. Of course, this doesn't apply to other airlines like American Airlines, like United, for example, who do use the other variants, not the GPWs, but the British Airways 777-200 has two engine types. One is the GE, the other type is what? Indeed, of course, it is the Rolls-Royce, the Trent 800, I think I'm right in saying that is the Rolls-Royce Trent 800 that powers the 200 variant. Of course, GE90 115Bs on the ER long-range versions, and of course the 777-300 variant as well. So congratulations if you got that right, and thank you again to James Edgington. James, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you soon, my friend. And of course, James was hoping to get involved with us on the simulation show that we never managed to put together just because of problems that we had with getting it all together. But hopefully we'll be able to do that in the future on a future show. So thank you very much indeed. Indeed, it was Rolls-Royce. 188 people getting that right. Okay, GP, let's go with question number 24. What is the largest commercial passenger aircraft in the world? What is the largest commercial passenger aircraft in the world? Antonov AN225 Maria, Airbus A380, Boeing 747-800I, Lockheed C5 Galaxy. The 800, little I on the end of that. That's my fault. My apologies for that. What is the largest commercial passenger aircraft in the world? Antonov AN225 Maria, Airbus A380, Boeing 747-800, or the Lockheed C5 Galaxy. Google this one if you want, folks, but obviously need to do the research on it. Largest as in largest, basically. The largest commercial passenger aircraft in the world. Antonov AN225 Maria, Airbus A380, Boeing 747-800, or the Lockheed C5 Galaxy. All monster aircraft, it has to be said. 5 seconds. And of course, it is the A380. Correct, Amundo, if you answered that correctly. Congratulations. 218 people answering the Airbus A380, Boeing 747-800 Intercontinental, Lockheed C5 Galaxy and Antonov. Of course, the Antonov AN225 and the Lockheed C5 Galaxy. Lockheed C5 Galaxy primarily a carrier for troop equipment, troops themselves as well, even helicopters and stuff like that, crazy stuff like that. Antonov AN225 Maria, well, can basically carry your house. But the Airbus A380 and Boeing 747-800s are passenger aircraft. And of course, the A380 is the largest commercial passenger aircraft in the world. Okay, GP, ready for question number 24. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, sorry, my apologies. Yeah. Right, what are the foot pedals used for in a modern jetliner? Good one, this. What are the foot pedals used for in a modern jetliner? The foot pedals. Rudder and descent, rudder and braking, or braking and power. What are the foot pedals used for in a modern jetliner? A lot of people had to think about that. Lel Aviation, yes, you're absolutely right. The 747-8I is the longest aircraft in the world. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? But rudder and descent, rudder and braking, or braking and power. I'd rewind that one. What are the foot pedals used for in a modern jetliner? Rudder and descent, rudder and braking, or braking and power. You have 18 seconds remaining. What are the foot pedals used for in a modern jetliner? Rudder and descent, rudder and braking, or braking and power. 1.43 seconds for Lel Aviation. Stephen Ackley, 4.9. Hope so, 3.1 for Scott. 28 for Karen Corcoran. 211 people answering that correctly. Indeed, 211 people answering rudder and braking. Of course, the rudder pedals, and of course the braking is there's actually two parts to the pedals, basically, the braking and of course the rudder as well. And of course, you could say that in some ways that you can actually steer the aircraft, because some pilots, depending upon the speed that they're doing, will steer the aircraft, steer it using the rudder at a certain speed. Once it gets below a certain speed, it becomes inoperative, should I say, and therefore they use the tiller to steer the aircraft. But primarily the use for the pedals is rudder and braking. So there we go. Congratulations if you got that right. We're going to question number 12. We're cracking through it. We're really nearly there. Oh, penultimate leaderboard next, is it? Oh, okay. I didn't realise that we were doing that. I thought we were going straight to the end with Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we're ready to go. Yeah, of course you can. Oh, which one is good, George? Leaderboard. Here we go. Planes for Life is there. Let's just grab this quickly. Let's just have a look here. Planes for Life still leading it. Lel Aviation up into second place. Antonio, who's down in seventh, is now in third. Ollie Wilkerman. Wow, look at Ollie go, man. He's like, come on, son. Thomas Ecker is... Come on now. Thomas Ecker is back up there. He was down for a little bit, but now he's back up there. GBYGF. He's been hanging around there in sixth place, and Neil is there as well. Congratulations to you folks. 250th place, Karen Corcoran. Doesn't matter, Karen. It's all about the taking place. Let me just do this quickly. Planes for Life. Control C, we're doing round 5 here. Let me just bring that one down to here. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. Planes for Life. And then we've got Lel Aviation. Fair play, Lel. They're in second place. Antonio, congratulations, up into third place. Ollie Wilkerman, he's now into fourth place. Thomas Ecker has come back. No. Thomas Ecker's dropped now. Sorry, my apologies. From second place, GBYGF. I'm getting that right now, aren't I? He's dropped. And Neil has actually come from way down, I seem to think. Or he was just there hovering in the top 10, I think. But fair play to you, Neil. Planes for Life, though, him and Thomas and you guys have really been keeping this very close. But Planes for Life wasn't even in the top 7 right at the beginning. Then he came up in round 2. Round 3, round 4 was leading it, and now in round 5 he's still leading it. 2,030 points and 1,920. Not much of a difference between those. It can all change, and of course, it's definitely going to change on the last question, folks. I'm telling you now. So eyes down. Let's just have a little look through here. LSEGTK, Thomas, where's me jumpy? Is still there. Let's just have a look here. Let's just bung that on. Davis Dorr, Richard Faulkner, hey up me duck. 13th place, PHPST, Justin W, Tuni Kajo. Tuni Kajo has made their way up through the leaderboard. Monty, Stephen Champion, P-More 07, Cameron, Frankie Runes, Jose, Ben, Nicky Nackanoodle, Wheelie 68, Alaska Airlines, Alex LPPT, Young Joe, Tom Smith, Bulldog 617, Mike up there in 30th place. The Spellers, Lucia Amatista, Lucia Amatista, 32nd, Big Joe, Yankee Tango, George 46, Keith Cornell has climbed right up there, Keith, well done, 36th place. Alan Richard Scott, Raf, RAF, Chris, he was up there, he was up quite high at the beginning, I seem to remember. Barry M, Big Dog Dad, Andy W, K is 43rd and 44th is Scott. Look at this, and look at the points between K and Scott. There's 1 point in it. Oh my goodness me. Dave Edwards, Paul Hodges made his way up to 46th. Craig, Aaron P, Stevie P, Harrison Fensom, Ruckford Files, Matty Tate, Judy Chaston, Alex White, EK404, Sam Beck, Run This Till the Music Cuts, Baines Plains, Lex Lane, Michael K, Corey Ransfeld, LHR, Labadon 2, Barry and Jenny, Glenn 2710, Ian Cumming, Make Dusseldorf, Joe Cameron, Fiona, Blade 929, Alberta Steve, Miles High. I think both those guys are from Canada, Alberta Steve and Miles High. I think Miles High's from Canada, isn't he? Sarah T, Spencer Blackhurst, Ashley and Kate, Alistair Day, Amazing that we've got well over 3,000 members, and I know people personally. It's amazing, isn't it? JBB, Stuart Aslett, Ian Edwards, Chris 777 and Kerry Fino. Well done to you guys. Okay, GP, here we go then, folks. It's the 6th and final round. Okay, question number 26. I like this question. I liked them all, actually. Name the first and only woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Is it Amy Johnson, Bessica Raich, Amelia Earhart, or Harriet Quimby? All of these women, by the way, are notoriety women in the aviation world. Amy Johnson, the first and only woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Amy Johnson, Bessica Raich, Amelia Earhart, Harriet Quimby. And I do have notes on these as well, folks, if anyone's got any questions on that. 26 seconds. Name the first and only woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Was it Amy Johnson? Imagine that, all that time ago as well, folks. Bessica Raich, I think I've got that right. Amelia Earhart and Harriet Quimby. Of course, lots of people know this. Might be a question between a couple of them, might be caught out. I think I know how this is going to fall, how this is going to come out, but basically there we are, and we have 63 people answering Amy Johnson, but of course it was Amelia Earhart, Bessica Raich 8 and 17 Harriet Quimby. May the 20th and 21st 1932, Earhart became the first woman and the only person since Charles Lindbergh to fly non-stop and alone across the Atlantic. Flying her red Lockheed Vega, she left Harbour Grace, Newfoundland, Canada, and landed 15 hours later near Londonderry. 15 hours later, that's pretty impressive actually, and imagine how cold it was up there as well. The feat made Earhart an instant worldwide sensation and proved she was a courageous and able pilot. Amy Johnson won fame when in 1930 she became the first woman to fly solo from England to Australia, doing so in a de Havilland Gypsy Moth. She was also the first woman in the world to qualify as an aircraft engineer. Bessica Raich was the first woman in the United States accredited with flying solo in an airplane, and Harriet Quimby in 1911 became the first female pilot to be granted a pilot license by the Aero Club of America. By 1912 she had become the first woman to fly across the English Channel when she flew from Dover to Calais in 59 minutes in a Blériot monoplane. So there you go, folks. Congratulations if you got that right. It was indeed Amelia Earhart, first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. We're ready for question number 27, Gillian Presswood. Question 27 of 30. This is a good one. During the test for the Boeing 787, when they were testing, how far approximately were the wings flexed upwards? Should have given you meters on this one. Sorry, guys, really sorry about this. That's my fault. Should have given you a metric on this one. 20 feet, 25 feet, or 29 feet. During tests for the Boeing 787, how far approximately were the wings flexed upwards? Incredible that you could flex it even 20 feet. You know, or even 10 feet when you think about it. And of course, the 787, as we know, has that beautiful upward flex already incorporated into the wing design. But in order to, and this is basically something that they do on most aircraft, it has to be said, folks, not just the 787. The wings are stress tested to the max. But it is incredible when you see this this kind of thing happening in factory conditions, in testing conditions, in the test facilities. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Sorry for not putting the metrics up there, folks. 58 people saying 20 feet, 131 people getting it correct at 25 feet. 25. You go and measure out 25 feet with a tape measure, and then think of that vertically as to flexing up a wing, flexing a wing up. It is just incredible, and that's when you have to really. It is amazing to see the technology and the application and the ability of these things being able to flex. So that makes you don't worry about flying, folks, because they ain't gonna snap. It's as simple as that. 29 feet is wrong. 62 people answering that, but congratulations if you got that right. 131 people answering correctly at 25 feet. Indeed it was. So Jilly, we're ready for the next question. Number 28. Here we go, folks. Question 28 of 30. The wingtip lights of on an aircraft are red and green. A lot of people know that. In nautical terms, the left side of the aircraft is port, but the right side term is what? Lemon, starboard, or dextra. The wingtip lights of an aircraft are red and green. So red on the left, green on the right. In nautical terms, however, the left side of the aircraft is port, but the right side term is what? And this is the same in shipping as well, folks. This is the same terminology as is used in shipping as well. So my tape measure is only 6 foot, Judy Chaston saying. So 23 seconds. Wingtip lights on an aircraft are red and green. So when you see it flying across the sky in the middle of the night, you'll be able to clearly see which direction it's flying, because the red will be on the left and the green will be on the right. That's the way, and as also to check with a ship as well, which direction it's moving in. And here we go, time is up. Indeed, it is starboard. Amazing that some people said lemon. So port and lemon, a very popular mix. Maybe they've had a few. But the right side term is indeed port and starboard. The way I remembered it is port is the shorter word, starboard is the longer word, red, green, short, long. So that's just, I know there are other people that use some other words and terms and stuff like that. But people now really getting towards the end now. We're on the penultimate question, Jilly, and I'm ready to rock and roll with that one if you want to go with it. Question 29 of 30. Not a lot of people are going to know this one. How many members are part of the Sky Team Alliance, folks, excluding cargo? How many members are part of the Sky Team Alliance, excluding cargo? Is it 17, 19 or 20? We want to know how many members are part of the Sky Team and how, bang, a lot of people will be getting that straight away. How many members are part of the Sky Team Alliance, excluding cargo? 17, 19 or 20? 92 points, he'll take that. Judy Chaston saying that. Scott Tarpley, 2.7 seconds. Congratulations. Ross Kennedy, brilliant. Palmer, 11.37, not bad, not bad. How many members are part of the Sky Team Alliance? Of course, we've seen this a lot, folks, especially with KLM as well. And we will see in a short while, and I will bring it up here, and I will read them out because there are 19. 78 people saying 17, 124 people getting it right. Just to run through them very quickly, folks. Aeroflot, Aerolíneas Argentinas, who we saw in at London Heathrow, Aeromexico, Air Europe, Air France, Alitalia, China Airlines, China Eastern, Czech Airlines, Delta, Garuda Indonesia, Kenya Airways, KLM, Korean, Middle East Airlines, Saudia, Tarom, Vietnam and Xiamen are your 19 airlines that make up the Sky Team member airlines. So there we go. Here we go then, folks. This is your final question. Jilly's probably very nervous at the moment to get this right. Well, good luck to you, Jilly. We had to play around with this, and of course, this is a pilot question from 747 and A350 Captain Scott Bateman. Thank you so much, Scott, for getting involved. We really appreciate it. So you need to watch the video in the PIP, folks. Watch the video in the PIP. In the small screen, you need to watch the video. And thank you once again to Scott Bateman for giving us that question. So,
hello everyone, and thank you for inviting me to your quiz this evening. My name's Scott Bateman, and I'm an airline pilot with a large airline in the UK. I've flown the Boeing 747 and currently fly the A350-1000. The Boeing 747 holds 2 world records. But what are those world records?
Okay, so I'm back on. So am I reading the question out? Okay, tell me when to read it out. It cut off. Please play again, Jay Barnes. Okay. It's the first time, man. You done fair play, man. I mean, when we had to cut it up and do all sorts of things with it, so okay. Okay, we're all good. Everyone's got it now, Jilly. Everyone's got it now. So have we got the answers? Have you put the answers up on the screen or not? Okay, putting the question. Here comes the question, folks. Right. Here we go. Question 30 of 30. Oh. No. What's... The Boeing 747 holds 2 world records. What are those world records? Longest flight of a passenger jet and number of passengers carried on a commercial flight. Longest in length commercial jet in service and number of passengers carried on an aircraft. Most freight carried on an airliner and number of passengers carried on a commercial aircraft. So the Boeing 747 actually holds 2 world records, folks. And what are those world records? Longest flight of a passenger jet and number of passengers carried on a commercial aircraft. Longest in length commercial jet in service and number of passengers carried on an aircraft. Or most freight carried on an airliner and number of passengers carried on a commercial aircraft. Okay, so there we go, folks. You have 7 seconds left. Okay, 89 people getting it right. Now that's this is interesting because up here, that didn't we discuss the 747-8i? That's the okay, that's fine then, that's fine. So congratulations if you got that right, folks. 89 people answering correctly. Longest in length commercial jet in service and number of passengers carried on an aircraft. Very close. Oh, listen to that. Just have a listen to that, folks. Oh, okay, you've got to play the answer out. Okay, so
The Boeing 747 holds 2 world records, but what are they? Well, first one is it's the longest commercial airliner in service. At 76 metres, 25 centimetres, it surpasses the A340-600 to be the longest in service commercial airliner ever. Interestingly, that crown will be beaten very shortly as the 777-9 comes into service, because it's actually 0.8 of a metre longer than the 747-8i. So the second world record that this amazing family of aircraft holds is the number of commercial passengers ever carried on an aircraft. It holds the number for the highest at 1,088 persons on board an El Al Boeing 747 during Op Solomon, which was the repatriation of Ethiopian Jews back to Israel. Thanks for listening to my questions tonight. It's been really fun to ask some questions. If you want to find out more about me or more about my shenanigans with aviation, follow me on Twitter at Scotty Bateman or on Instagram at Jumbo 747 pilot. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy your quiz.
Just tell me when I'm back on again then. That's cool, Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, so there we go, folks. We are, thank you to Scott Bateman. Really appreciate that, Scott. Thank you so much for submitting that question. Of course, we've got another one lined up for next week with Scott. And again, probably with Dave and James. Both the Jameses, and of course Rich Torb as well. So thank you guys. Really appreciate your getting involved. Appreciate the fact that you guys have got your home lives as well, and of course. Very sort of must be very quite sort of like not confusing maybe, I don't know, but sort of like frustrating times at the moment. I know as if I was a pilot, I'd certainly be wanting to fly, that's for sure. But anyway, thank you once again, really appreciate it. Lots of people saying thank you to you guys as well, and we wish you all the best and hope to see you back in the skies again soon. Don't forget, folks, Scott Bateman and of course Dave on Twitter, James Shepherd, James Edgington as well, and of course on Facebook you'll find Rich Torb as well, Taub, Rich Torb. Great guys and very active on social media, so thank you so much to you guys for getting involved. Really appreciate that. Okay, so, sorry, Jelly, we are ready. We're going to calculate the results and give you guys a little bit of time to have a think and contemplate on what happened tonight on Big Jet TV Aviation Quiz. Great to get everybody involved. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time, your effort, and of course we will be back tomorrow as well with more on Big Jet TV. On Sunday we've got an air show, the Teignmouth Air Show, folks. It's just a very relaxing day out, basically, and sort of like we'll take you back to the days when the beaches were full of people, and the seafront as well. It's a typical seafront air show, but other things going on as well, displays and all that kind of thing, and it's just bathe in the atmosphere. Maybe if you've got a big TV, put this on the big TV, put the surround sound on. So there's a lot of it's a great one to watch. And of course tomorrow hopefully we'll have that VE Day second part lined up for you as well, because obviously we want to bring that one to you. It was just difficult on the edit. It just took a lot of time to export it, but now we've done it. Hopefully that'll be all ready for tomorrow for you to watch. Thank you, Ross Kennedy. Thank you, Nigel Warren, Chris Plain, Mad Webb, Make Klaus. Where's the cat? He's here. Chachi, do you want some of this? Do you want some of this? He's actually come in, which is good. Victor Tilson, best part of my week this is. Oh, thank you, my friend. It's great to see you here. Jane Alder, Lynn Keeble, some people sending stars as well. That's a new thing on Facebook. Trish Peters, thank you so much. Ollie Wilkerman, Lynn Keeble, Dave Waller, Jane Alder, thank you very much indeed for everybody to getting involved. Mika Klaus, Tommy Ernst, expected a cat, no doubt on there, but there we go, Jelly. Let's go with the final. Let's go with the final leaderboard, and congratulations and celebrations. Here we go. Oh, Lel Aviation did it. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Wow, fantastic. So Lel Aviation making it into first place. And don't forget, folks, the top three, if you haven't won one already, so Planes for Life, I think Planes for Life was Planes for Life was last week's winner. So unfortunately, my friend, what did he get this week? 2207. So this one, let's just put Lel Aviation. 2386. Last week Planes for Life was 2514. So well done, Lel Aviation. And of course, Planes for Life. Let's just bring this one down here. Well done, Planes for Life, getting second place, but that's great. He was there more or less the whole time. Antonio, well done for, oh dear, mind that, Control Z. Antonio staying there in third place. Well done to you, my friend. Thomas Ecker. Okay, well, he was there or thereabouts all the way through, but next week he'll be back for more, no doubt. Neil, congratulations, mate, making it up into fifth place again. GBYGF there in sixth place. Congratulations to you, my friend. He's absolutely convinced he's going to win it one. Well, he's got third place. GBA, he's got second place GBYGF, so he's done well in all the quizzes, actually, it has to be said. So well done to you, my friend. And Thomas bringing up the back end in seventh place. What we'll do is we will have a little look through, so that's 2, 3, what's that, 2, 3, 8, 6. We can't scroll, can we, Jelly? Can we scroll or not? Oh, we can, look, we can. Davis Dahl, Richard Faulkner, LSA, Monty, Ollie Wilkerman, Where's Me Jumper, PMOR7, PMOR07, PHPST, Bulldog 617, Mike making it all the way up to 16th, well done, mate. Ben, hey up me duck, Young Joe, Justin W, I just want to see where Scott and Kay are. Jose, Tuni Kajo, Tuni Kajo making it up right up there in 22nd place. Haggy, I Can Win. Frankie Runes, Big Joe. Kay's won it. Kay's done him, and she's done him by a country mile as well. Nicky Nacky Noodle, Wheelie 68, Stefan Champion, or Stefan, I think, Cameron, the Spellers, Yankee Tango. I think Scott's, he's walked off in disbelief here. George 46, RAF Chris. RAF Chris was up there at one point, I seem to recall. Yeah, he was in second place in round 2. Ian Edwards, Alan Richard Scott, Lucia Ametista, Matty Tate Frost. Oh, Scott Tarpley down in 39th place. She's probably gonna maybe making beans on toast tomorrow morning and put 39 in beans on on the toast or something like that, or I don't know. But Alaska Airlines, Andy W, Alex LPPT, Ashley and Katie, JJ Craig, Harrison Fenson, Julie Chaston, Keith Cornell, Barry M, EGCC, Ian Cumming, Glenn 2710, Javadon JBB. Well done to all you folks who got involved, and thank you for getting involved. Really appreciate it. We will be back, of course. And Charchi came 57th, mate. Well done, fella. David Edwards, Baines Plains, Corey Roundsfell, Jabadon, EK404, Para Dave, well done, mate. 59th, Fiona, IZ99, Stevie P, Easy Son, down in 65th, Sean Morton, Chris 777, 66th, Kerry Fino, Rockford Files, Corina Andrea, Alex White, Big Dog Dan, Sarah T, well done, Barry and Jenny, Alistair Day, Blade 929, Alberta Steve, Craig Wharton, RAS, Joe Cameron, Champs, Miles Whitnell, Miles High. Look at that, 2 miles in 81st and 83rd, equal 81st Champs and Miles Whitnell. I Love Big Jet TV, 84th. Thank you very much indeed to you, Tom Smith, Paul Hodgson. Better luck next time, my old son. Down in 86th place, Michael K, Aaron P, Simon Webb, Nigel Linfit, Odette Stevens in 91st. Odette, wow. Stuart Aslett, Wheel is there in 93rd. CPR 1, 2, 3, 4. Lex Lane, Emmy and Tony Roulard. I always remember seeing CPR 1, 2, 3, 4 on our international shows as well. Thomas Van Hagnow down in 97th. Neil Tucker, Spencer Blackhurst, Jack Palmer and Spencer Blackhurst being 99th equal, making 101st place for Make Dusseldorf. Doesn't matter, it's all about taking part. Andy T, Sam Beck, Ginny Jingle Jerry, Les Tanker D Mac, 16C, Kitten 12, LHR Benjamin and Georgina, Chris Scappy, Universal Exports, Golf Alpha Mike, Anne B, TCC, Nigel, Mark Ellams, Big Jumbo Mon, Neil, Anthony Fokker, Saw Degnek, Dr. Cliff, 120 seconds, Doc, Slivik, Scott Cowell, NHS staff. Congratulations to all the NHS staff down in 126th place. Tommy, Kevin Carter, Melissa D, Matthew Watts, GBF 14th, Alice, Ian 558, Dave Artie, Nick McNair, Baba, Scooby, Western 1015, back 21, Gary Krause and Parmin, Steve Ellenbass Parmin on the Facebook feed here, Zayed, Thorpid, Airport Air Expert, Buzzy B, Marky Mark, G, Dank, John Davis, Jazzy Chicken 65 and Mr. Allen. Well done, folks. Look at this, all doing over 1,000 points, guys and girls. You did really well, and thank you as well for taking part. Congratulations. If regardless of where you came, really, guys and girls, it's all about the taking part, and we really loved having you here as well. Of course, we will be live tomorrow, back for more aviation. Right here on Big Jet TV. We will be live around about midday tomorrow, give you little guys a little bit of a lie-in, and of course thank you to anybody out down in the east as well who's watching us at the moment, early doors out there, of course, very early in the morning. Sydney's 6:10 in the morning. All the times, by the way, folks, when we give times, 12 o'clock midday, local UK. Best thing to do is, I'll be honest with you, get an app on your phone, international times, world clock is a good one to get the international world clock, and then that will give you the times local to where you are, and of course times overseas as well. That's what we always work on. So if we say 6 o'clock here, look on your world clock and you'll be able to figure it out. But generally, in most times, we're always live around about 12 o'clock midday for the first time, and then we're usually live around about 6 o'clock in the afternoon for the second part. But other than that, loved having you here, folks. Congratulations, Lel Aviation, 2,386 points. That was week 5 of the Big Jet TV Aviation Quiz. Loved having you here. Thank you so much, folks. Look after yourselves and be good. Let's just see if I can, hold on a minute. Let me just see if I can, hello, mate. Easy, good. Here he is. Here he is. Look at his feet. Easy. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. All right, folks. Look after yourself. Look at his feet. Look at his back feet. Look. Love you guys. Take care. All the very best. And we'll see you tomorrow on Big Jet TV. Thanks very much for taking part. And thank you to all the pilots for getting involved. But thank you more importantly, or just as importantly, for all you guys getting involved. Thank you. Take care. See you later. Bye.